These two are my Deccan hornbills, and this video is just a little update on how they're doing. A few years back I posted a video about how to keep hornbills in the house, and just shared my experience on how to keep birds like this in an indoor enclosure or just indoors. And to my surprise, quite a lot of people watched it and commented on it, considering it's quite a niche animal and not a lot of people outside of hobby, outside of aviculture, would consider keeping them as pets. So I've decided to just film a little update on how they're doing and what actually happened to them. Do I still have them? Yes, I do. Nothing really happened, and we've kept them for about 6 years now. The male, and 5 years female, because she joined us a bit later. But this summer we've decided to try a new hybrid way of keeping them. We still haven't managed to buy a house, although it's still in our plans, but it obviously is proven to be a little bit more difficult. So it's not really fair to keep birds in the house all the time. So I've asked my good friend Roger if he would be so kind to keep my hornbills over summertime or over warm period of the year. We live in the UK, and the UK weather allows to keep these birds outside throughout most of the year, and I know that some people keep them outside throughout the entire year, but I also noticed that these birds lose digits and often get frostbite, even despite that they are provided with the warm shelters or heated houses. They just don't understand that they need to be inside when it's quite cold, like say for example -1, -2, even if it's quite relatively mild, they'd still prefer to be outside. So I don't want to risk, so we've just decided to trial them outside from April to October, and it actually worked really well. There is no luck with breeding with these birds because the male spent his first year by himself, and he is unfortunately a little bit imprinted on people. But this year he started doing things right, and he was courting with the female. He was trying to feed her like crazy. So there is hope. Couple of words about Roger. He's got an amazing, most impressive collection of softbills, ducks, and many other species of birds. So I was quite lucky that Roger actually allowed us to keep the hornbills with him over summertime, and hopefully next year he's going to take them back, and with good luck they'll breed for him. Roger has some very rare birds like grey wing trumpeter, ibis, many different species of ducks and geese. He's got starlings, Bali starlings, glossy starlings, and so many other birds. What I'll do is I will leave a link to his Instagram and YouTube below in the description, so you can follow him. He's got over 50 or 60,000 followers on Instagram, and he continuously posts some interesting stuff about his birds. It's really truly fascinating. I've seen quite a few collections, private collections in the UK, and I can honestly say this is a bright example of how birds should be kept in a massive, extremely spacious aviaries. The hornbills were actually kept in the aviary 20 by 7 meters, which is just populated by just a bundle of birds, really, not a lot. And that's how it should be, because birds should have the personal space, not just from people, but from one another. So it really is just pleasant to see animals being so happy, relaxed, and behaving very naturally in their massive flights. As for Mr. and Mrs. Hornbill, they are back inside. You can see I've gotten rid of the aviary because there's just no point of keeping it. They just spend most of the time outside. And yeah, that's pretty much a little summary, a little update on how they're doing. Hopefully I will be able to post something else in the future, but I don't really post a lot of things. Social media is not my thing. But thank you for watching, and hopefully next thing I'm going to post will be about having chicks.